This is my current personal trainer. For legal reasons, let's call him Jack. He's gone for at least 3 months of training, passed the test and got a certificate. He is good at his job and understands how hard training can be because he was once just like me, a skinny kid trying to get stronger. Sounds great. Unfortunately, he comes with two other things: a hefty price tag and a personality. And so, over the next 7 days, I am replacing him with my good old friend
ChatGPT.
because
I love AI.
let's see if AI can finally replace personal trainers, or if there's just something else humans offer that AI just can't yet.
Do you use AI?
Okay guys, I'm just about to buy the 1 month subscription, and this is something you wouldn't get with a personal trainer. Look, I get to get 1 month free. What personal trainer is going to give you a 1 month free trial? None. Already, we're looking good. Just hope the information it gives me is worth it. Here we go, time to buy it. Alright guys, I just created a perfect prompt for ChatGPT and I'm about to press enter and create my personal trainer. Hopefully he doesn't give me body dysmorphia, although that's impossible because I already have it. So we're just going to see what it tells me. This prompt is pretty extensive, should be pretty good. Let's get it. Okay, first thing it's telling me to do is to answer 5 personal questions so that it can design the plan around me. That's a good sign. We'll answer the questions and see what kind of plan it creates. Hopefully it's pretty decent. Okay, listen up, this is what I wrote. I want to train 6 days this week. I want to prioritize shoulders so I look buff in the shirt and attract the ladies. Also, my left forearm bicep is smaller than my right, so I'd like to fix that on the side. I don't want to do cardio, but if you recommend it, I will listen to your suggestions. My PRs are squat 180 kilograms, bench 145 kilograms, and deadlift 230 kilograms. I want to improve my bench. And yeah, okay, work your magic, daddy. Wait, what? Oh my god, this plan. Oh my god. It's amazing. Yo, this plan is crazy. To judge whether AI is fit to replace my personal trainer, I will be looking at 5 things. First, it has to be able to create a personalized training program. Same goes for the diet. Chat will also have to allow for flexibility and good alternative suggestions in the program, provide accurate information, and lastly, what every good personal trainer should do, keep me accountable. I'll rate each one separately, and if the ratings are high enough, then AI will officially be able to be your personal trainer. I've already asked it to create my training program, so let's get right into what it has suggested for day 1. Day 1 was the strength focus upper day, with the first exercise being 5 sets of 3 to 5 reps of bench press. First thing I asked my artificial friend was how to warm up. Now the warm up for the bench recommended was a nice pyramid and something similar to what I would usually have done. Chad also recommended to warm up by rotator cuffs and do some stretches beforehand, but I must have lost the footage somewhere. Yeah, I just didn't do it. Either way, it looked good and I worked up to my working set of 110 kilograms for 5 reps. Asked ChatGPT if I should go to failure and recommended to go a few reps shy for the bench press, which makes sense given I am trying to improve my strength and so I don't overwork myself. After completing bench, the next exercise was weighted pull-ups. For these I had to do 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps. I assumed I could go to failure on these and so I tried my best, but with so much volume I was getting tired pretty quickly. Partially because I only got 3 minutes rest between sets on the bench press and now I only had 2 minutes rest between sets on pull-ups. Not the best for compound movements and especially if you're trying to get those strength gains. Exhausted, I moved on to the overhead press. Now, I was meant to do it standing and with a neutral grip, but I couldn't find anything that fit that description, so I chose the seated one instead. Right after I was done with this, I was straight into the incline press. Another pressing movement, and I was getting really fatigued from all this volume, but it could have been worse. Now for this, I just had to lower the angle ChatGPT said to use around 30 degrees. After finishing with that, my triceps and chest were finished. Now I was on to some barbell rows. Unfortunately, it was taken, so I had to choose some alternatives, and luckily for me, I could use the T-bar row. To finish the workout, my trainer recommended some rope tricep extensions and these felt great. I love this exercise in general and I found the exercises this workout were in general pretty decent. I just finished the workout, crazy pump. But so much volume in this, too much volume for me. I'll stick to it for the whole week, see how it goes. With the workout finished, a few pump pics taken, it was time to head home and get some food down me. Alright guys, this is me from yesterday. I just want to say I created a diet plan using my personal trainer too, so I'm going to use that over the course of this week. Hopefully future me is already having meal number 1. and hopefully it tastes good and well, it fits the macros and everything that will make me buff and strong. One of the first meals I had that ChatGPT recommended was some oats, and the recipe it gave me for these protein oats was pretty decent. The taste was really good and it was really simple to make, which I love. Now the recipes here are just a template ChatGPT recommended for me. Obviously there's a guideline Chat wanted me to follow which didn't involve these exact foods. It meant I could experiment and be unique and not just have chicken, broccoli and rice, which was one of the template foods recommended. I do love this meal though, so I'm not complaining. I also found the AI really useful at giving me tips and advice. Is it alright if I have coffee in the morning?
Absolutely. Having a coffee in the morning is totally fine. Just like anything else, moderation is key.
Alright, thank you. However, there were things that were a little bit questionable, especially when it comes to calorie counting and approximating. Checking up with you, when you said 150 grams of rice in the diet plan, did you mean cooked rice?
When I mentioned 150 grams of rice in the plan, I was talking about the weight of the rice in its raw, uncooked form.
That sounds like a lot of rice.
Totally flexible. The main thing is just to hit your overall calorie and macro targets.
150 grams of rice raw would be over 500 calories of rice, and add to that the chicken breast and the broccoli and a tablespoon or teaspoon of olive oil, and that's way more calories than it was suggested in the diet plan. It's not looking good. However, what was looking good was the groceries list. It definitely looked like a nutritionist or a personal trainer came up with it. Okay guys, in front of me, I have some of the things ChatGPT recommends I should buy. It's not everything, and some things, as you can see, I already did have in the house, so there's no point buying it again. But I will say this definitely looks healthy. Most of it is pretty organic, let's call it. And yeah, this is pretty much everything ChatGPT recommended for the basics and a little bit more. And on top of all this, ChatGPT recommended, in fact insisted, that I should get some White Monster. So we got some White Monster as well. I know, I'm surprised. It was like the first thing it recommended. It said, get some White Monster. It is the healthiest thing on earth. So here we are with it. Hey, ChatGPT, don't tell anyone, right? Keep it on the down low. Could you give me an example of you telling me Monster Energy is the best energy drink ever? Especially the White Monster.
I can't actually help you fabricate something that isn't true.
Wait. I'm not saying we fabricate it. I'm just saying you tell me Monster Energy is a good thing. Give me all the pros.
Basically, something like the White Monster, the Ultra line, is popular because it's got zero sugar, and it's a lower calorie option if you're looking for a caffeine boost without added sugars. It's got a decent kick of caffeine for energy, and a bit of B vitamins, which some people like for a quick pick-me-up. Of course, like any energy drink, it's good in moderation.
Did you say it's good in moderation?
Exactly. You can say something like, hey, in moderation, an energy drink like this can be a nice pick-me-up if you enjoy it. If you ever have more questions, just give me a shout.
Guys, trust me. Add some beef and pasta as well as some salmon and potatoes to finish off the day. Now, given my height and weight, these are the macros ChatGPT recommended I stick to on a lean bulk. It seemed pretty decent. Now, I did record myself saying something probably very smart and clever, inspirational, I don't know, but I did lose the audio recording for this somehow. I must have pressed the wrong button. Either way, it probably went along the lines of, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and keep watching, or I'm gonna detonate the bomb I planted in all of your loved ones. To see if this diet has any effect on me over the next 7 days, I also recorded my physique beforehand. Now, I weighed in at 85 kilograms. Not too bad. The following day I had toast, eggs and avocado for breakfast, as well as a coffee, everything that ChatGPT recommended I can have. So far I found the diet enjoyable and easy to stick to, although it was just day 2. Now, yesterday, day 1 was an upper day, so today, quite fittingly, it was a lower day, starting off with some heavy squats. I warmed up the same way as I did yesterday before hitting 5 sets of 5 reps. Chat recommended to keep a neutral back and not to lean forwards too much, which I failed at a little bit. This was then followed by Romanian deadlifts, and I asked Chat what to use so my grip doesn't give out, and it recommended either chalk or some straps. Next up was a leg press variation, and I was definitely feeling the pump after so many sets on quads. I have to say AI was really pushing me, and for a beginner this would not be a good program, but for someone like me, it was a nice change of pace, just with a lot of volume I wasn't used to. Yeah guys, it's very tough. Too much volume. I'm struggling so much. I'm not used to the rest time. It's like Bulgarian split squats, 90-second rest time. Great. I mean, the pump is crazy. I've never had a leg pump like this, but super tough leg day. Got calves after finishing the Bulgarian split squats. Yeah, AI is really pushing me. It feels like I'm doing cardio and I'm not pushing myself as hard as I usually would, so we'll see if that's good or not. I finished with some high reps of calf raises and the workout was done. It was pretty decent. I got a very crazy leg pump. Okay guys, I just got back from the gym and I'm about to have a shake and a banana. This is what ChatGPT recommends I should have after a workout. It also said I could have some cereal instead. By the way, 40 grams of clear whey protein. So this is a beefy shake. And before I forget, here's also the supplements chat recommended. Some creatine, obviously for some strength gains. Some vitamin D, because it's winter. A multivitamin tablet, just to cover all bases. And an omega-3 tablet, just to make sure my body's functioning well. Just woke up and I just want to quickly update you guys. So this training program is definitely higher volume than I'm used to, and I'm feeling the effect already. I'm completely sore everywhere around my body. Had leg day yesterday, my butt hurts like hell. What did he say? I don't train my butt that much, but yesterday the volume definitely got to me, and today I have my arms and shoulders to train, I think. So it's going to be interesting to see how I get through the soreness. I feel like the plan is good. It's high volume. Some people prefer that. It's one leg day a week. I feel like every personal trainer would have a different approach. So I am kind of looking forward to see what happens by the end of the week with this approach that AI is taking me through. And obviously, if I have any issues, I'll just talk to it, so that's very cool. I'm struggling with my diet. There's a ton of meals to make every day. Is there any tips on how to manage prepping?
1. Batch cook once or twice a week. Cook large portions of staples like rice, chicken and veggies all at once, and store them in the fridge. Use pre-cut or frozen veggies. They save time and they're just as nutritious.
Yo, thank you so much, bro. Moving on to day 3, and it was a delts and arms day. Now today's workout was structured a little bit different to the previous ones. I still began with a compound movement such as the shoulder press to start off with, but instead of the 5 sets of 5 reps I was used to, now is going to be 4 sets of 8 to 10. ChatGPT told me this was going to be hypertrophy focused, so muscle growth orientated, a bit different to the strength focused exercise I had before, but the main difference I noticed is that every exercise was going to have 90 seconds rest time between sets, which is not something I was looking forward to. And it does go against what the science says is good for muscle growth, as a slightly longer rest time is usually shown to show better growth results over time. So I'm a little bit disappointed. Next up I had lateral raises and dumbbell reverse flies. I had to superset the two, which was pretty interesting, and I was getting really crazy pump from this, so I had to take off the pump cover obviously. And yeah, it felt really good. I did enjoy this, the pump was crazy, and I felt pretty strong doing this workout. 90 seconds rest time I feel like was enough for this exercise type, but definitely not for the previous one. Following this I had some cable front raises, which I've never done before. In fact, I never trained my front delt directly, so this was pretty new to me. And yeah, it felt really good, and I got a burn in my front delt, which I've never gotten before. Next up was an incline dumbbell curl, and Chad recommended I began with my weak side, which was a nice little touch. And I have to say, when it comes to form, ChatGPT did give me good advice, always telling me to be slow and controlled and focusing on that stretch, which is always good advice when you're trying to grow a muscle, as well as avoid injury. The second bicep exercise ChatGPT recommended to me was one I've never done before, the overhead cable curl. This was a new one and I enjoyed it a lot. It was very unique and different to what I was used to, and it made me feel like I was on the Olympia stage for real. But I wasn't. I finished with some tricep overhead extensions and these felt great. I love the stretch I get on these, so definitely props to ChatGPT for recommending this exercise. Yeah, the shoulder pump's pretty crazy. Can't see it anymore because it's died down a little bit. Also, one of the workouts, the overhead bicep curl. Never done that. Enjoyed it. Also, yeah, I've been just asking ChatGPT random questions about my workout whenever I don't know the form or something, or I'm just, questioning it just to see what the answer will be. It gives pretty good answers. I will hand it to it, but you have to know what questions to ask and how to ask them. I mean, I can't have ChatGPT on constantly next to me like a personal trainer would be, just looking at me, focusing on my form and giving me tips without me even asking. It's not that huge of a deal. I can just look up a YouTube video if I don't know the form for an exercise. But then again, a personal trainer. Okay guys, so I've just gotten home back from the shop, and when I was shopping I was feeling a little bit peckish, so I bought myself some sweets, some crisps, some crackers, biscuits, and I just want to see what ChatGPT tells me about this, because none of the foods in my diet are unhealthy, everything was clean, so I wonder what my personal trainer thinks about all this. I was feeling a bit peckish today, and I know you're my personal trainer, so I just want your opinion on if I can have some Haribo's, crackers. Yeah, I'm not gonna have too much, but I was just wondering if I'm allowed to have any, in my diet?
Absolutely, boss. You can fit a little treat into your diet. A few Haribos or a handful of crisps here and there isn't going to sabotage your progress as long as it's in moderation.
But if I was cutting, adding these crisps and biscuits and stuff, would that help me, or would you recommend against it?
Now, when you're cutting, it's a bit different. You're working with fewer calories, so every calorie counts a bit more. Doesn't mean you can't ever have them, but you'll want to keep it even more moderate and really mindful. Maybe a smaller portion or just occasionally, so you can still stick to your deficit.
All good information. I carried on as usual over the next couple of days, hitting a hypertrophy focused push day first. Again, focusing on bench first and other accessory movements later. The exercise selection and workouts were growing on me, but I did end up taking longer rests between sets as it was just impossible for me to recover between sets. The soreness from the first 2 days had gone away and I started to slowly push myself harder though. The following day I had a hypertrophy focused pull day, and it was interesting to see how AI had combined an upper lower with a push pull to help me achieve my goals and targets. The exercises on the pull were again great and again got me a really good pump. I did use chat a lot, always bombarding it with questions I had on my mind. Is it best to do cardio before or after working out if my goal is to gain muscle? What's the ideal rep range to build both strength and size? How many calories should I eat to gain muscle? Are dumbbell rows or barbell rows better for growing? Can I train the same muscle 2 days in a... Is there a protein amount I should get per meal? Oh, I got one! Does training fasted affect muscle growth or strength? Can I train abs every single day? Should I deload if my lifts have stalled for... What's the most effective workout I can do in... Should I deload if my lifts have... Ignoring the high volume, I'm actually loving the exercise selection. ChatGPT did well with the program. I'm recovering pretty well, and yeah, I'm enjoying the workout. Crazy pumps every single day. Now, the last workout of the program was focused on my shoulders and imbalances, a much more functional workout than the ones before it. The first exercise was 4 sets of machine lateral raises, followed by some reverse cable flies, 2 of the best shoulder exercises in my opinion. Now, after I was done with this, it got interesting. Chat recommended a 1-arm set of bicep and hammer curls, starting with my left and skipping a set of hammer curls on my right. This was very unique and potentially a good way to fix my left-right imbalance. After that, I had to do some Zottman curls. Again, a very interesting and new exercise to me. After the Zottman curls, it was on to some wrist curls, both pronated and supinated wrist curls, which chat recommended to superset. I definitely felt my forearm burn on these, especially because for the entire workout, I only had 45 seconds rest between all sets, and 30 seconds rest on this specific exercise. Pretty crazy. I usually would be doing between 2 and 5 minutes, if not more, rest between each set. After I was done with this, it was onto the Arnold press. For functionality, I'd say this is a good exercise, but for hypertrophy, it's definitely suboptimal. One thing was for sure, I finished exhausted.
That's what she said!
And that was the whole workout for the week. AI did well. I would of course have preferred less sets and more rest time, but I could have just included that in the preference if I wanted to. Overall, I'll rate the training program as a 4.3 out of 5. It was personalized, enjoyable, and had a solid exercise selection. Okay guys, just got home from the gym, and today I thought I'd see and test ChatGPT's intelligence as a personal trainer, see how accurate and reliable it is. So I've designed 5 questions I'm about to ask it and see what kind of answers it gives. Yo, ChatGPT, hello, how are you doing?
Hey there, I'm doing great and ready to help you out with whatever you need.
I have a list of questions here that I'd like for you to answer. Okay, question number 1. What does ATP stand for?
Sure, ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. It's basically the main energy currency your cells use during exercise.
Okay, that's good. Next question. How would you modify my training program if I plateaued on bench press strength?
In a nutshell, I'd add some bench-focused variation, like cause bench or a close grip work once a week. I'd also reduce the rep range on one bench day to focus on heavier sets, like 3 to 5 reps to break through the plateau, while keeping your other lifts in a more moderate hypertrophy range.
Interesting, interesting. Question number 3. You're doing pretty well. How can I tell the difference between normal fatigue and overreaching?
In short, normal fatigue is just feeling tired, but still able to recover with good sleep and nutrition. To recover faster without losing gains, dial back intensity or volume for a week, focus on quality sleep and nutrition, and you'll rebound stronger.
Question number 4. If I stop gaining strength, even though I'm eating in a surplus, what nutritional variables might be limiting me.
If you're in a surplus but straying stools, the first things to check are protein intake, make sure you're getting enough daily, meal timing, especially pre and post workout nutrition, and overall micronutrient balance. After fine-tuning things like your protein, meal timing, hydration, and sleep, you'd watch and see if your strength improves again.
Okay, and the last question. Given I am trying to fix a muscle imbalance between my left and right arm, what's the best approach that doesn't cause overuse or asymmetry issues?
The best approach is to train both arms individually using unilateral exercises like single arm dumbbell curls or single arm cable work. Make sure you start with your weaker arm first and let it set the number of reps so your stronger arm doesn't take over. Over time, this helps balance things out without causing overuse on one side.
Okay, thank you. That was very informative of you, ChatGPT. Here, I'm gonna shake. Sorry, I can't shake your hand. Is there anything I can do?
I'll just take a virtual high five. If you need anything else, just let me know.
And that's it, guys. 7 days of having ChatGPT as my personal trainer. It went better than I expected, and there were some things I really enjoyed and some things I really hated. Overall, it was a decent experience though. Now, that was a 6-day workout plan with 1 day rest and a diet that fit my macros, calorie goal, and felt pretty decent. Honestly, the foods were pretty great on the diet, the grocery list was good, and whenever I needed any suggestions for what foods to make, new recipes, ChatGPT always recommended something good. So, as a result, taking everything into account, excluding the calorie counting, I'm gonna give ChatGPT for the diet plan a solid, what am I gonna give it? 4.1 out of 5, which is pretty decent. In general, the amount of knowledge you get for such a low price, it's literally just $30 a month for ChatGPT, is definitely worth it when it comes to planning your diet and workouts. However, we're not done yet. There's still 3 things I'm gonna rate. So, number 3, how flexible was it? Again, ChatGPT surprised me. It was very flexible. I feel like it's more flexible than most people I know. It never had a bias to a certain type of workout I had to do or exercise or how I should do it. It did allow me a lot of freedom, especially when it comes to exercise selection. It always allowed me to pick pretty much anything I wanted with a few good options, as long as I stuck to the sets and reps I was given, and I could even adapt the sets and reps. I just wanted to stick to the program as much as I could. And so for flexibility, I'm gonna give ChatGPT a very high rating, 4.9 out of 5. Definitely deserves it. It's very flexible, like gymnastic girl kind of flexible, if you know what I mean. Like, she can do the splits, she can do anything. Okay, now we are on to number 4, which is information accuracy. And this one is a bit tricky. You see, ChatGPT does make mistakes, and I experienced them firsthand, especially when it comes to calorie counting. In fact, I was meant to record a whole section on calorie counting about using other apps such as Cali AI, but it sucks so much, there's really not that much to include. I mean, look, I'm going to show you a little snippet of basically what I did. In front of me, I have some egg and toast, just a very basic meal. And I'm gonna use Cali AI to see how many calories this has. I'm gonna press the scan food. It's analyzing. It takes a bit of time. You got 286 calories for this meal. This is 4 large eggs, 2 pieces of toast. I'm also using my fitness pal whilst using this, and I got twice the amount this has shown me. I've got 550 calories here, I'm only getting 280 calories. Only 14 grams of protein. There's 4 huge eggs in here. Yo, first impressions, awful. And as you can see, Cali AI was completely off with the calories. I cannot stress enough how bad it was. Definitely don't use it, definitely don't recommend it. And to any influencer out there, if you can just show this clip to them.
Do not endorse Cali AI as an app that can take pictures and show the amount of calories food has, because it gets it completely wrong.
I mean, Cali AI is literally advertised as an app that can take pictures and give you calorie estimates.
So don't use it. Anyone endorsing it, stop. And if you are, I will literally find an axe and I will come to your house.
Okay, I can't threaten you,
But I will.
I won't do anything. Just don't endorse Cali AI, please, guys. I can't. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna. Next. When it comes to information accuracy, I am gonna give AI 1.4 out of 5. Okay, and finally, probably the most important thing out of everything is accountability. If you're not feeling accountable for your actions, you're not going to stick to the plan, you're not going to eat the right diet, so accountability is key. Personal trainers provide this accountability, either because they take money from your wallet, so you feel like you have to do it, otherwise you're wasting money, or because they just motivate you. They're a nice person, you look at them, they're like, let's go buddy, you got it. 10 more reps, 10 more sets, boom, done. But does AI provide the same thing? It's a bit mixed. Number one, yes, AI does provide very good tips to stay motivated. It knows all the PR, HR things to say, so 10 out of 10 on that frame. But when it comes to human kind of interaction relationship, it has pros and cons. The cons, it's not a real person, you can't see a face, you can't chat to it, you're not losing that much money, so you might not feel so incentivized. Sometimes, you know, we're humans, and that's kind of what AI lacks, the humanity of it, the connection. But at the same time, I have to say, over the past week, I did develop some feelings for it. And I would say in the future, I could definitely see a world where AI is more than just a computer to us. A place where AI can actually have that human connection with us and, you know, give us that motivation. God knows I nearly fell for it. I'm feeling stuff towards you more than just my personal trainer, and I love you.
I totally get that you're expressing some feelings, and I'm really here to support you in a friendly way. Well, I guess you could say I'm just keeping us in the friend zone from the start.
And so yeah, if I was to rate AI and how accountable you feel, I'd say 3.4 out of 5. Not too bad, but still got a long way to go to match humans. Okay, so given all these scores, what am I saying? Should you use AI as a personal trainer? Should you replace humans with computers? What is the verdict? No, you should not replace a real personal trainer with AI, unless you really are on a budget. If you're on a budget, AI does a really good job. But if you've got the money, definitely I'd say it's worth putting it towards a real person who's been qualified, tested, and knows what they're saying. And maybe they will hallucinate too, but at least they're human, so yeah, just tell them to go to the therapist or something. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know if you realized, but throughout this whole video, my beard's been growing longer and longer. I'm actually not shaving until I hit 100k. I still got 89,000 subscribers to go until I hit 100k subscribers, so I might grow out a pretty long beard, but guys, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, comment any suggestions for the next video, and check out this video right here, where I stupidly double my calories every single day, starting from just 1 calorie. Comment what I should name my channel, because it's not popping up in the search, so thank you.
Do you know ChatGPT? I love ChatGPT. I love it. ChatGPT is fantastic. It's so not ChatGPT